And as we continue with that coverage, she's also joined by Khayelihle Khumalo, who is going to be in conversation with the Most Reverend Dabula Mpako at St. Pius X Catholic Church. That's also in Waterkloof. Kai, if you can hear me, perhaps you could tell us what's happening on your end. What are some of the sentiments being reflected? Fondest memories also being echoed.
Well, absolutely, Lizelle. The passing of Pope Francis really has seen quite a number of tributes from far and wide. And we're just going to get into it with Archbishop Mpako here. So, Archbishop, really looking at the Pope of Africa, as he was affectionately known. We know that he was in the Democratic Republic of Congo at some point, but also in the war-torn parts of Central African Republic. Maybe just first of all, let's talk about this Pope of Africa and what he did for this continent, but also an exponential growth during his papacy.
Yes, indeed. The Holy Father was very concerned about Africa, about some of the things going on, especially in the DRC. When he went there, he was very forthright. He spoke out his mind and challenged, the powers that be that are involved in fueling the conflict there. But not only that, the Holy Father has really been concerned about, what's going on in Africa. He even mentioned what was going on in Eswatini in one of his audiences at the Vatican. Was able to refer to that as well. So he was a Pope who was open to all and who was close, especially to those, who were in difficult situations, as it was said. A Pope who was concerned about, the marginalized, the vulnerable, the poor, those who are most in need of experiencing, the loving, merciful face of our God.
Before we let you go, Archbishop, obviously now a big task for the conclave to choose the successor, but the legacy of Pope Francis. I mean, sentiments all over the world pretty much similar, that this was a Pope of compassion with a moral clarity as well.
Yes, indeed. I mean, his pontificate has had a unique contribution to the life of the Church. Not only in terms of his, compassion and caring for the poor, but also some of the things he did to renew the Church. For instance, I had the privilege of participating in the Synod on Synodality assemblies in Rome in 2023 and last year, where he was trying to make the Church more of a communal church instead of a hierarchical church. So he has done a lot, and I think he has given new impetus to the mission of the Church. So we are hoping that, the Church in our time is going to be all the better for his contribution.
Archbishop Mpako, thank you so much indeed for that. So certainly, Lizelle, is going to be wall-to-wall coverage as we really just make sure that you get every glimpse about the passing of the Pope as the world is bidding farewell to Pope Francis. So with that, back to you in studio.
Thank you, Kaya. Thank you for that conversation. Of course, in conversation with the Most Reverend Dabula Mpako.